So these people wanted to hear the sermon or the teaching of our Lord Jesus Christ, and they spent a long of time, and the day about to end, and all of them were hungry. And Philippus went to Jesus and he told him that let these people leave because it's late now and they are very hungry, so they have to go to find something to eat or they're gonna fall down. So Jesus told him, give them to eat. So Philip looked at Christ and he told him that we don't have food for all these people. Even we have 200 dinar, we cannot get just this, small bread to feed every one of them. So they found out they found out a boy and who has 5 loaves, small bread, and 2 small fish. So he told Christ that we have a small boy, he has 5 loaf bits, small, tiny bit bread, and 2 small fish. So Jesus took these 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and he prayed on it, and he feed the 5,000 men and their children and their wife. And after that, the fragments was collected according to the instruction of our Lord. He told him that gather or collect the fragments, and he found that it fills 12 big bags. And this is the miracle of feeding of 5,000. And the church tried to remind us that God is the bread of life. So God is the provider of whatever our needs. So there is 3 questions in this miracle, and I'm going to, just ask these questions, and we can discuss it together as quick as possible. Question number 1. These people, when they went to Christ, when we went to listen to his teaching, they never asking about any kind of food or anything to eat after they finish the sermon. They know that the sermon with Christ is long and it might stay for a long time. But they didn't think about what they're going to eat or what they're going to drink. I think these people were depending 100% on Jesus, because if they were worried about the food, they're supposed to take food with them. But they didn't worry about it. They never worried about food. So because they never worried about food, so they went and in their mind that he is going to take care of me. And this is number 1. Do you believe in your life that God is going to take care of you or not? Do you believe this or not? Because we're always worried. Worried about everything. Worried about what's going on in the world. Worried about our jobs. Worried about the money we're going to get. We're worried about the famine. Worried about the increase of the prices. We're worried about a lot of things. A lot of things. As if we, as a human being, controlling the world. Because the world gives us this impression that we controlling this entire world, so we manipulating it. But actually, this world is created by God. And when God created this world, he knows how to take care of them. When he created Adam and Eve, and he told them that grow and multiply. Okay, we're gonna grow and multiply. Who is gonna feed us? Who is gonna take care of us? He knows that he is going to take care of as much as the human race or increase in this world. So why we worry? If he said that grow, multiply, and full stop. He didn't say anything. I am going to take care of you. It is logic. I'm not going to allow you to grow and multiply and leave you alone. So, if we live with such a kind of thinking that God is taking care of me no matter what, we will never be troubled. We will never be anxious, we'll never be depressed, we'll never be whatever it is. But why we go through such a kind of whatever we're living now with ourselves? We are very angry, we are very frustrated, blah, 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 whatever. There's a lot of things going on around me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, whatever it is. Leave this in His hand. Leave it in His hands and see what He is going to do. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Just, try Him in one of your problems, just one. One problem in your life, put it in His hand, and find out what He's going to do with you. When you pray, and pray for a problem in your life, and put this problem in the hand of God during prayer, please convince your mind to leave the prayer and don't even think about it again. Because if you are going to think about it again, this means that you don't trust in Him who you were praying to. If I pray for a problem, whatever it is, anything in my life going on, and I pray, when I pray, I give this to Him. Take care of this. So, why do you worry about it after that? Because we do not trust Him. Simple and easy. If I trust Him, if I trust that He is taking care of me, and He will find the best of the best for me, why you are worrying? That's why He, before He left this world, and He told the disciples that I am going to leave, they start to be sad. And He told them very simple word, I am going to leave. You are not going to see me by your own eyes, but I am going to see you and take care of you. There is very nice story about, there is a village, and this village is depending on rain to grow the plants and the crops in the field in this village. And there was no rain at all, so there is no food coming out from the field. And the plants start to dry up. So the priest gathered all the people of the village to pray to God to bring rain to make the crop come out and they can eat. So the whole village gathered together, and one of them was a small child, and she carried an umbrella with her when she was going to the church. So the people wonder, there is no rain, why you carry an umbrella? There is nothing. So when they asked this kid, why you carry this umbrella? She told them that because we are going to pray to God. And when we leave the church, it's going to be rain. So I'm getting the umbrella with me. This was the only one who trusted in whom she prayed to. So this temptation between our mind, our thoughts, that we think that we are intelligent, we are smart, we can control our life. This conflict between our mind and the power of God and the faith of this power of God is very serious. That's why it says in the Bible that in a lot of things, all of us got stumbled. God stumbled because we don't really have faith in Him. We don't really have faith in Him. When when God sent Moses to the wilderness with 750,000 Israelite people. He told him, take all of them and go to the promised land. Where is the promised land? The promised land is, you have to pass Sinai and go to the promised land. They don't have maps. They don't have anything just to direct them. So how we are going to go from Egypt to the promised land? Moses was 100% sure that God who told him to do this, he is going to lead him up to there. When they went toward the Red Sea, and they found that the sea, that's Red Sea, it's big sea, and there's a lot of water. So they sat nearby the sea and they started to cry. This was the beginning of their trip to the promised land. The beginning of their trip. So God was wondering, are these people really believing me? Are really you depending on me? Are you really trusting on me? Or just wording? Or just, you talk about it. But inside your heart and inside your mouth, you really do not depend on me. Because if you depend on me, why you are standing here and crying? I told you that I am going to lead you to the promised land. How, God? So, God talked to Moses and he told him that enough, stay in front of the sea and just, crying. So Moses told him, what we supposed to do? You don't know? I gave you this kind of rod in your hand. Just, put the rod this on the water. Strike the water with your stick or this rod. When he struck the water, they found something miraculous happen. What happened? The water started to split, and there is road between water here and water here. This is the water like wall here. This is the water like wall here, and they cross the Red Sea. 750,000 Israelite people crossed the Red Sea, and the water in this side and the water on that side, all of them standing like wall. This is God. If you experience the almighty power of God, you can do everything. This is what St. Paul said. He said that I can do anything in Christ who strengthened me, who supported me. I can anything, yes, I can do anything. So the only thing of this miracle is to depend on Him. Put your whole entire life in His hand and leave Him do whatever He wants. Because you created me. You created me and you know me before the foundation of this world. And you created me according to your own image for me. So He is the one who drew my face, who drew your criteria. You are tall, you are short, you are big, you are small. He put all these criteria. And according to this criteria, He brought me here to this world. And when He brought me to this world, think about this, little bit, think about this. When He brought me to this world, He has the map of the world. And He is going to be here for certain period, and here for certain period, and here. And God put the spots where you are going to be. And what you are going to do in every place. Really? Yes, really. You are, when there is a book for every one of you, there is a book. And this book, He had it in His hand, up there. And every day, He just turned the page of the book and watching you what you're doing according to what He wrote in your book. You are predestined with His mighty power. You are predestined with His intelligence about you. You are predestined with His blessing upon you. But we don't believe in this. That's why we try to do something from our mind. You know what we are doing, like the baby in the hand of his mom, and he doesn't want to stay in the hand of mom. The mom carry him because she just care about him. She's crossing the road, and if she's going to leave him, she's going to leave him in the middle of the road so the cars can kill him. He doesn't understand this. But he crying, I don't like to be this. I don't like to be this. This is what we are doing. So, just please, lesson number 1 is to depend on Him that He is going to take care of you. And if this is going to be our trust in Him, He is going to give us abundance of blessing. You know why we are preventing blessing of God? Because I don't want Him to be with us. That's it. You remember the famous story about the mother who her son was very sick. And she was worried about him because he's going to die. And she brought the priest to pray for her son. And the mother was very anxious. He's the only one son. And as the priest was praying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. She told him that, no, don't say you will be done, because may His will to kill my son. So he told him what I was supposed to pray. She told him that the will of his mother be done. So the priest prayed like what she told him, the will of his mother. So the baby or her son become, he healed and became okay. And after long years, they said that, the story said that the mother went to the priest and she was crying. And he told him that, please pray for my son. The priest remembered him. So he prayed, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be the will of his mother. She told him, no, please, don't say this. They say, your will be done, because my son now is a very bad person, and he's beating me every day, and he's treating me very bad. This is the will of his mother. This is the will of his mother. Please, don't fight with God about what He is doing with you. Because sometimes we fight with God. Sometimes we are angry from God. Sometimes we feel that God is not fulfilling our need, like this one, like that one, like this one. My dear, God created you a unique person. You need to know that. There is no anyone like you in the whole entire world. You know that or not? Your fingerprint, there is nothing in fingerprint in the whole entire world, right? The print of your eyes is different from the whole print of anyone in the world. You are unique. So as long as you are unique, your life is unique too. He wants you to achieve something according to the plan of God. Your role in this plan is different from Him. So He's not going to give you like Him. You are different from Him. So if you feel this, and you feel that your life from the hand of God to you, you are going to deal with Him in everything you say. But if you don't feel this, and you try to compare yourself with he or she or whatever it is, you're going to be stumbled. You're going to be angry. You're going to be upset. You're going to be blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, you're not going to trust in Him, because He giving him, but He doesn't give me. He doing this with her, but He doesn't do with me. Because you are not Him, and you are not here. You are my son. You are the one I am going to give you the best for your destiny with me to be in heaven forever. So number one, depend on him. Number two, try to listen to what he is saying to you. How? How can I know that he is talking to me? Every day, God gives every one of us a message. Think about this. When you grow up, when you wake up, just pray simple prayer. Anything. And you're going to listen. He is going to give you a message. This message is going to be your daily message. When you go outside, you will find the message started to work with you in this day. Tell me how. By any means. Saint Anthony, Antonius, he got the message of God from a lady who was swimming in the river Nile. He got the message of God because he was seeking for the message of God. If you seek, if you look for the message of God every day for you, you are going to listen to the voice of God. If you don't worry about it, if you ignore the voice of God, you will never hear his message to you. So, just when you pray, ask him, please let my ear hear your message. I know that you are giving me, take care of me. I need to hear this message to fulfill your will toward me. So, St. Anthony was, he was thinking that to be, dedicated his life to God. So he was sitting near by the river. There is some water, he can drink something, he can eat, whatever it is. So this lady was swimming there, and he told her that, please, cover yourself. There is a man standing in front of you. She told him that if you are the man of God, go to the desert inside. And Antonius, he considered this word the message of God. And since this day, the greatest monasticism in the whole entire world is started by Saint Anthony because of this word. And this word came from this lady. If you have a sensitive ear, you can hear the voice of God. If you do not, don't blame God. Blame yourself. If you don't blame God, blame yourself, because you did not listen to him. When he was talking to Elijah, and he was whispering in his ears. Elijah, in a certain time, got very disturbed because Isabel was about to kill him, and she threatened him, and he started to be scared. When he started to be scared, God told him, no, don't be scared. Why? I'm very scared. You lost your faith in me. You lost your faith in me. As long as I am sending you the most strong prophet in the history of the prophets in the Old Testament. He was the strongest one. And I sent you because I know that you can keep my power in you. But when he started to be shaken, then come to me. So Elijah went to the mountain over there, and God told him that, wait until I talk to you. Wait until I talk to you. So Elijah was waiting there. He ate, one of the angels gave him something to eat. And after that, he was waiting for the voice of God. And there was wind, and there was storm, a big storm. He thought that this is God. So he went outside from the cave to see God or to listen to God. God was not there. And there was different kind of whatever happened. And after that, the Bible said that there was very soft, very sweet wind that came nearby Elijah. And Elijah listened to it because this is the voice of God. And he told him that now you are going to be with me, and I'm going to send another prophet to do your work. It was very soft. The voice of God always soft, always nice, always sweet. He needs spiritual ear to listen to the voice of God. Believe me, if you just try to practice yourself to hear the voice of God, you will have amazing kind of life, because you are feeling the protection of God with you. God, when he decided to support Elijah, Elijah was listening to him in everything. During the famine, 3.5 years, there was no water, there was big famine over there. But Elijah trusted God. When Elijah started to be shaken, he thought, no, you cannot be with me. Because I love you, I'm going to take you with me. And you're not going to be anymore in the earth. But if you trust me during the hunger, during the thirst, in the middle of wilderness, in the valley of death, whatever it is, I am with you. I am with you. You know how God came to the 3 young men inside the fire? Very smooth. They threw the 3 young men, and they were looking for them to burn it out and die. They found one shiny guy, very bright guy, very soft, very sweet guy, and this guy with these 3, they became 4, and they walking inside the fire, and they were praying and praising God. Who is this guy? This is your Lord. This is your God. He is not doing this not only for the 3 young men, but for everyone who listened to his voice. I'm 100% sure that these 3 men, when they were throwing them to the fire, they were listening to the voice of God. No one can see such kind of fire. When they increase the power of fire, he said that 7 times more than what it was. And the people who were throwing them to the fire, they got burned and died. What about them? They didn't afraid. They were young kids, 17, 18, 19 years old. They were young kids. And how they didn't afraid? Because they were listening to him. I am with you. I am with you. That's it. You are with me? Yes. As long as you are with me, I don't care about anything. And they threw them to the fire, and he came in the midst of them. He can be with you. You can see him. You can feel him. Believe me, this is the mighty power of God. I just give one story happened with me. I was studying the master degree in surgery, and I went from the college of Asr al-Aini to another college because there is a professor over there. His name Amir Nasif. And this professor, he was very fanatic Muslim, and he hates me a lot. He doesn't like me because I was debating with him. He usually make fun about the Christian, and I'm usually debating with him. I usually don't allow him to say something, and I usually talk to him. So he told him that, he told the other staff, let me know when he is going to have the oral test, and I am going to fail him. So he was waiting for my oral test in the other college, and he was following this day by day, and he told me that he put it in his calendar, and that this guy, he is going to have the test in this day, and I'm going to fail him. I'm going specifically for him. You know what happened? I heard this. I know that he is going to do this with me because he hates me. He told me that you are not going to be a surgeon. You need to do something else. You are not a doctor. Do something else. Anyway, so 2 days, I have nothing to do, There's nothing in my hand. But because I get used for this a lot, I get used that he is protecting me. I get used that I am very strong in him. I don't know how, but I feel strength in me. So I was praying and I put this in his hand, and that's it. 2 days before my exam, and an order from the president of Egypt to him to go to Japan for 1 week to give some lectures about the medicine in Egypt. And he was enforced to go over there to Japan, and he couldn't hurt me, and he couldn't make me fall. And when he came back and he knows that I have succeeded, he was very mad and very angry, because he was very upset because this guy have passed the exam. This is how God working with you. This is how God working with you. He can change the whole entire world for you. Do you believe this or not? Joshua, when he was fighting, and the sun about to come down, and the dark start to come down, and the enemies started to overcome over the Israelite people. He prayed, he cried to God, and he told him that keep the sun for some time. Keep the sun until we have victory over our enemies. What happened? God stopped. Of course, if we say this to anyone, they can say that these people are crazy. We are crazy in him, really. Because he stopped the sun for 24 hours until the Israelite, the people of God, won and prevailed over their enemies. How he did this, I don't know. But he can do it for you. Yes, he can do it for me. Yes, he can do it for me. Because like he created them, and he created me too. He took care of them, and he took care of me too. All what we need is to trust him. Please trust him and try to listen to his voice to you. God be with you.